Wednesday, it's time for the Slingshot Racing League Grand National Series. I'm Johnny Rapp, and I am joined in the Slingshot TV booth tonight by Evan Janik and James Moore. Tonight we head to Michigan International Speedway for the Preseason Clash. The D-shaped 2-mile oval track was built in 1968 in the Irish Hills of Michigan, just 40 miles outside of Detroit, and was designed by Charles Money Penny, the same man who designed Daytona. Over 2.5 million yards of dirt were removed from the D-shaped oval. For years, the auto manufacturers like Ford and Dodge marked this track on their calendar in hopes of claiming bragging rights in the nearby auto industry. Gail Yarbrough won the first NASCAR race at Speedway on June 15, 1969, in a thrilling duel with Leroy Yarbrough. The two drivers battled door-to-door for most of the final 150 laps. On their final circuit, they touched twice, entering turn 1 with Yarbrough brushing the outside wall coming out of the final turn. Leroy Yarbrough spun and crashed just 300 yards from the finish line, handing victory to Yarbrough. 50 laps are on the board tonight, with 2 extra sets of tires and 1 fast repair. Also, the chance for 1 green-white checkered finish. But before we get to set the field, it is time for us to head trackside for everybody's favorite pre-race tradition, the playing of the national anthem. Back here live from Michigan International Speedway. And yeah, before we set everything up here, we do have a little bit to tell you about the season that you're going to be witnessing tonight, the pre-race from the Grand National Series from Slingshot Racing League here. It's going to be a 10-race season, $25 entry fee, same time every week as tonight, and dedicated race control payouts, championship trophy, and much, much more. Definitely going to be a lot of fun to partake in. And yeah, keep your eye right here on Slingshot TV for that. We're going to move into our pre-race stories for tonight, starting with shaking off the rust, the off-season rust. All these drivers, they've been off for maybe a month and a half or so, and we got some newcomers, and everybody's kind of got to get used to it. And yeah, it's going to be all about getting out there, getting used to everybody again, and getting up to speed once again before the season starts next week. I just alluded to it, but yeah, I mean, yeah, James, I mean, you know, learning new faces can be such a big deal in these leagues. Yeah, tell us, you know, just how difficult it can be.
Yeah, I mean, you know just as well as I do, anytime you're racing around someone new, you got to take a couple laps, feel them out, see where they're going to be, see where the respect level's at, see if they're jiving with the way that you're jiving, make sure that you're not going to have any issues. So that's going to be really big tonight, is just learning to anticipate who you're going to have to be around. Where your skill level might be, too, is really going to come into it, because you got to learn who you're going to be around. You tend to race around the same people every week unless you get a big shakeup, you know. So that's going to be really important tonight. It's just trying to get comfortable, you know.
Then tires versus track position. We only have 2 sets here tonight, so some different kind of strategies might play out. People might be staying out, and people might want fresh rubber. So you're going to have to weigh your options depending on where you are in the race.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, 50 laps here, it's definitely plenty of enough time to really wear those tires out. You could probably get after it pretty early and maybe lead some laps here, but it's definitely a give and take situation, whether you want to do that early or maybe try to save a set for a late caution. And yeah, I mean, that kind of brings us right into the shorter race. Not a short race, I would say, but shorter. Normally we run, it'll be about an hour and a half. This one will be maybe less than an hour. So yeah, the intensity is going to be through the roof in this. And especially with this track, just the wide nature of it and wide open throttle, it's going to be very exciting to see.
Yeah, you know, you allude to it a lot there, Johnny. This track is one of the raciest on the calendar that we can possibly go to. You've got 4 or 5 lanes you can work with here, and they're all going to work better at different times throughout the run. You're going to have comers and goers. You're going to have tire fall off. You're going to have people doing their best to save and maybe make a late charge with those tires that they save. It's always a thrill when you come to Michigan, especially in these Grand National stock cars.
Yes, it is. And I'll tell you, we might have maybe jumped gun. I'm not used to this timing, but we have a little bit of extra time. I think we're going to bring in an interview. I think if we have Nathan Gentry. Yeah, we do. Let's bring Nathan Gentry up for a little pre-race interview. We can talk a little bit about his Gator race as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. There he is, Nathan Gentry. Yeah, go ahead.
Nathan Gentry, pulling you in here. Preseason race. You're going to be rolling it off in 10th, it looks like. First off, tell us about the race tonight, and then we'll talk a little bit about that Gator National you held a few nights back.
Well, as you can see, I'm just trying to hang on tonight. Top 10 was above my expectations, but I'm happy to sit P10.
Yeah. So, Gator National, great event. Tell us about it. Tell us what you liked about it. Tell us what we can look forward to.
Okay, man. Thank you. I just want to thank everybody that came out. Thank Johnny, Robert, Ellis, Chris, everybody that helped me put it together. The racing was awesome. Great broadcast. I mean, probably the best broadcast I've ever seen. Bigger and better than ever. I hope to go even bigger next year with what we can give away and whatnot.
Yeah, it was an incredible show. A lot of fun to watch as well. And yeah, we did ended up raising $250 or so for the Animal Welfare League of Charlotte County down there. And yeah, that was a pretty cool deal. Definitely appreciate racing for a good cause, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet with them on Friday and get pics and everything. I'll post that up in the Discord for everybody to see. Your donation went to a good cause for sure.
Awesome stuff, Nathan. And yeah, hey, we're going to be watching you. Good luck out there. And man, I'm telling you, this race is going to be wild. So hang on.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Nathan. What do you say we talk to our pole sitter?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to bring in our pole sitter here, Scotty, see what he has to say about tonight. Scotty, it's James up in the booth. You're starting 4th tonight. What do you think about the race? What do you think about your competition? Where do you think tonight's going to be? You think we're going to have some chaos tonight?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, these cars are pretty fun, and this track is pretty wide, but I feel like people take advantage of that, so you never really know. But it feels kind of floaty, and I've never been a huge fan of Michigan. I just know that you can kind of take guys 3 or 4 wide, 5 wide, and sometimes it works, but a lot of times it doesn't. So I think you'll see at least a few cautions before the night's over.
Yeah, appreciate you very much. Thanks for coming in. Have some good luck out there and put on a good show for us, okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you much. All right, yeah, that's going to set us up pretty much for the pre-race grid here. Going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, definitely excited to see what Scotty can do. He's always pretty fast in these cars, but there's a lot of competition out there for him. And yeah, we're going to head trackside now for our pre-race grid. Yeah, am I ahead? No, I'm behind. Give me 1 second. We'll load that up. But yeah, I'm sorry. I had it paused.
Hey, it's your preseason rust too. It's okay. We're all shaking the cobwebs off. It's fine. We're great.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. Everybody is going to start lining up once again here. And we're going to start our pre-race grid. Starting up front, we just heard from... Oh, we might have had that wrong. It looks like Ryan J. Rose is going to be our pole sitter tonight, winning that Evan Pienta Designs Pole Award. Chris Smith, normally up here in the booth, but you can see him out here on the track on Wednesday nights. He's going to be starting second place in that Slingshot TV car. Behind him, we're going to have Braxton Deweese in that number 8. A little bit of a new paint job potentially from Braxton tonight. That thing looks pretty sharp. Then we talk to Scotty Sobczak starting in 4th place. Then Rye Jones in that number 91. A little bit of a Greg Biffle throwback for him. Sharp-looking car done by Evan Pienta Designs with Ellis Thomas starting in 6th.
Starting in 7th tonight, we've got Brandon Ayers rolling off in the number 16 machine. On his outside will be Zachary Mitchell in the 23 machine. Starting 9th tonight, we've got Ryan Hinkle rolling off in this gorgeous number 21 Chevy Camaro, and Nathan Gentry, who we just talked to a few minutes ago, in the number 1 car. Looking forward to see what he can do tonight, see if he can make a run towards the front.
And we got Jacob Phillips starting in 11th place in that number 56 machine with Randy Gross on his outside in 12th. Robert Brope starting 13th in that number 5 with Steve Veston in number 60 Valvoline machine starting on his outside in 14th. And we have Scott Drost in number 2, one of the newcomers here, and one of the guys in the booth with us here starting in 16th as well, Evan Jack. And yeah, rounding out the field is going to be Paul Thomas. I don't think he qualified, that's why he was behind Evan on the grid there, but we are ready to get everything going here. Pace car is going to be pulling off once they get through 3 and 4. And we're going to be ready to fire this thing off. We'll see who gets the jump. We got Ryan Rose on the inside and Chris Smith on the outside. We're going to see, are they going to get a push from the row behind with Braxton Deweese and Scotty Southside? Pace car is off. And we are ready to get underway here at Michigan. Green flag is out. And they are side by side coming down the front stretch, door to door for the lead. And you can just see that entire pack move its way down the straightaway into turn 1. Looks like the inside line is going to prevail a little bit here. See if Ryan Rose is able to slide up and clear for that position.
Yeah, he's going to be clear heading down the backstretch for the first time. Side by side behind him is Deweese and Chris Smith as they try to sort this position out. They need to get single file here if they want to make a run at Rose. Still side by side in turns 3 and 4 as they're going to... Oh, is the 28 going to clear him? Not quite. They're going to be battling all the way down the front stretch here, and the 78 just loves to see this in his mirror. He's just going to continue to pull away a little bit as they get single file, and now they're going to try to track down the leader.
Yeah, Chris Smith able to get that position and set his sights on Ryan Rose for the lead here. Braxton Deweese, kind of just settling in behind. We got a little bit of a battle here further back. Looks like is that Ellis Thomas trying to make a move on Scotty Sobczak for 4th place down in turn 3. side by side. We'll see if that inside holds. Oh my, Ellis pushes up the track a little bit. Scotty gives him some room, a little bit of a wiggle, but they're still going to be side by side coming down the front stretch.
They are. They're still going to be side by side as we take the stripe to start lap number 3 as I start to get it figured out. But it looks like Thomas wants to get back at him there. He's not content sitting around. He wants to start marching forward.
Yeah, he will have to wait for now. We got a little bit of a shake-up back here. It looks like Brandon Ayers maybe lost a couple positions. And yeah, he's back here battling with Ryan Hinkle and Robert Probst for that 8th place position. Ryan Hinkle in that beautiful Mountain Dew car on the inside, number 21, trying to make something work against Robert, but that outside momentum is going to push Robert up here to potentially battle with Ryan Jones for the 7th position.
And this is one of those tricky things. I'm sorry, talking over you, but this is one of those tricky things. At the beginning of the run, you really got to take care of your stuff. So people falling back, they could be saving their stuff for after the 5-10 lap mark on that first run to make sure they have tires at the end.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly what I was going to say. You got to really manage your stuff here. There's a balance you have to strike between aggression and saving your tires. Because, yeah, you want to get out front, but it's just such a momentum-based racetrack right now. It's going to take a lot out of your tires to make a pass work. So you got to pick and choose your battles.
Yeah, picking and choosing right now is Robert Probst, whether he wants to run that outside or the inside. He goes low, and that's going to open the door for Ryan Hinkle to make a move. Heading down into turn 1, really just carrying so much momentum. Man, you see Robert really send it in on the bottom. Ryan Jones gives him a little room mid-corner, and they're going to be side by side down the back stretch. See if Robert's able to use that momentum to clear out in the 3.
You know he's trying his best to try to make something work here, but it's so hard to compete against that outside with the run that he gets. He's going to clear him here, though, and they're going to try to settle in. We've got kind of an interesting breakaway happening at the front. Our leader has pulled away from the field to about the tune of about half a second, but the battle for second, you can throw a blanket over these 4 guys running 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's really going to be interesting to see how this shakes up, see if Rose can continue to extend that lead or what's going to happen here, because these guys are tight and they are being aggressive.
Yeah, you can see the gap kind of shrinking here, but that's really impressive. He was able to grow that gap that quick. On tracks like this and on Auto Club, the draft is so strong in really any car you run. So for him to break out, it shows how fast he is.
Yeah, strong performance so far from Ryan Rose up here. And, man, just it makes you wonder. I mean, being a lead car is very important because you don't have too much of that aero push in the corner. But it makes you wonder if that's maybe what Chris Smith is trying to do here. He's laid back a little bit to maybe try to keep some air on his nose as he gets completely sideways. Braxton Deweese gets to his outside. What a save from Chris Smith.
And here comes the 81. Scotty's going to send it down the inside here in 3 and 4, see if he can make something happen as the 28 needs to regain that momentum. You know, when you have a moment like that, the car is not as wound up anymore. It takes you the rest of that straightaway to just get the motor back up where it needs to be. Oh my God, and a big moment there is, who was that? I couldn't even tell. Is that the 28 or the 38 there getting loose off the exit of 4? Nearly loses it. Great save by him to keep himself with that group.
Yeah, that was a wild ride for sure. Definitely seen some handling issues out here for these cars. We've seen a few cars getting sideways so far, but yeah, mostly single file throughout the field here. And Alex Thomas is going to have to recover from that to make another charge, but Scotty Sobczak is hot on the heels of Chris Smith here for 3rd place.
Yeah, and Chris has to be careful here. If he gets his tires too hot after that little slide that he has, he could really take a lot more life out of them. Same with Ellis here. He's got to be very careful. When you have a moment like that, you really get those rears heated up a bunch, and you don't want to burn them up too much too early. Oh, as someone gets in the wall there. Got to be careful. Was that Scotty? Yep, Scotty tagged the wall there getting into turns 1 and 2. Easy to happen. These cars should be okay with that for the most part. These Grand National cars sure are resilient.
Yeah, good little battle here for 3rd place. That seems to be the tightest battle so far, but we are going to move through the field a little bit, maybe to get to talk to about some people that we haven't yet. Back here in 11th place, we have Jacob Phillips in at number 56. He's coming off some strong performances in the both the ARCA and the Gen 4 seasons that we had last time around. But yeah, right now, mine is P's and Q's in 11th place. We got Randy Gross in that number 31. He's had some strong runs too. Maybe not the luck at the end of the races that he needs, but right now, definitely got some work cut out ahead of him if he wants to get up here and win this race. He's got a little bit of a gap to the pack ahead of him, but sharp looking ride there. And yeah, we'll have to see if he can get some momentum going. And we already talked to Nathan Gentry, and yeah, definitely definitely same kind of boat he needs to get things together. But hey, now it's the time to kind of go out there and learn the track, learn what you can and can't do.
They also could be putting in some strategy. I mean, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but talking with some drivers before the race, they gave me a fuel number at around 43 laps. So it might be a little far to stretch it, but if they save more on track, that could quicken up the pit stop whenever they come down pit road.
Yep, that'd be an interesting battle to watch there, see if there is any fun strategy going on out there. I know that I was going to say the same thing. I wonder if these guys are just chilling, trying to save their stuff, maybe waiting for a caution that they think is going to come in front of them. I mean, we've seen the guys up in front of them there. You've got guys like Robert Brost and the 91 who are just side by side lap after lap, and you got to wonder if they're taking anything out of their equipment doing that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, any time that you really drive this car off into the corner, it's going to heat up the tires, and it's hard to get them cooled back down. It's kind of it'll keep stacking and stacking, and yeah, I mean, Robert Brooks is one of those drivers we see a lot
to the bottom of the racetrack. Robert and this 23 have been swapping positions almost lap after lap, it seems. One of them takes the bottom in 1 and 2, the other takes the bottom in 3 and 4, and they're just sliding each other all day, every day, trying to get that position and hold on to it. It's just so tough with the draft on these cars, like we've alluded to already tonight. These things are just the hole they punch in the air is massive. Robert got a little loose there in the middle of the corner. Like he was down on the bottom there, kind of had to save it coming off too.
Yeah, when you get that run coming off the top, it is so inviting to want to cross them over. And just like they are now, you can get into lap after lap just crossing each other over. It can be fun, but like I said, you can burn off your stuff.
Yep. As we see the 21 there, look to the inside of the 16. Doesn't quite think he's got the momentum yet. He's going to fall back into line and just run that straight out. See if he can set something up for 1 and 2. Maybe think a little further ahead to 3 and 4. He takes that slightly higher entry line, try to get that momentum built for down the backstretch, see if he can get a run down the straight.
Looking up toward the front, we do have Braxton Deweese. He did catch the 78, and they are side by side.
Yep, look at that. Thank you for that. Yeah, look at that. It's a 78. Little bit of connection issue there, maybe, as we have a side-by-side battle for the lead coming off of turn 4. They're going to be side-by-side heading towards the stripe. Coming up, oh, they nearly touch as they hit the stripe. Give it to the 78 this lap, but I don't know for how much longer, guys. That 8 is fast.
Yeah, it could be a case of that 78 getting out there, leading those laps and burning those tires. We know Braxton Deweese is notorious for being able to save his tires while also being fast. Oh, my God. See Ryan Rose sideways trying to contend that position. He does not want to give up the lead, but you're going to have to hand it over to Braxton Deweese right now.
Yep, Braxton Deweese takes the lead, and as we say that, it seems like it's kind of kicked off all throughout the field. The 23, the 21 have been battling these last couple laps. 16's right there with them, as well as the 56. We've got this battle going a little deeper in the pack. Oh, as the 78's trying to get another run back on the 8, too. We got battles all across this racetrack today. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, hey, I guess lap 16 must be go time. That must be the lap that they were waiting for, because there's battles all over the track.
Look at this battle for the lead as they are so close to each other down the backstretch. That's going to bring Scotty right back into it if he can just keep running clean times right here. Racetrack, the 78 follows him through, tries to get in his tire tracks, seeing if he can just keep that gap small. He's going to have a good shot here going into turn 1 to send it to the bottom. He's going to get a great draft down this straight, try to close up, see if he can make something happen here.
And these guys racing, allowing Scotty to catch up, I also see in 4th and 5th, the broadcasting team working together. So if these guys keep racing hard, shortly these two are going to be catching him as well.
Yeah, you know, that's something you really got to think about at a track like this, is you can work with the car in front of you when you get to each other on the straights. As we say that, though, to the inside goes one of the commentary members as he sends it out. He lets him go. See, they're not even racing each other. They're trying to work together to close that gap to the group in front of them, see if they can get involved in this battle for the lead.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at our battle box. You can see it's similar pace right now, but you can see on the left side just how far ahead Scotty Sobczak is. I think it is going to even out a little bit with the leaders not battling side by side at the moment. But yeah, these guys definitely have caught back in quite a bit the last 5 or so laps.
Johnny, we've got what's about to be a 3-car battle for the lead going on right now as Scotty continues to reel these guys in. He was really close there going into 1 and 2, backed out of it just a little bit. Side by side again for the lead. 78 looking to the bottom, 8 right in the middle of that racetrack. Seeing who's going to get the drive off the corner. I'm going to give slight advantage to the 8 here off the corner, but if that 78 can get there, nah, not quite going to get the side draft, and as the 8 goes to the bottom, a little defensive move there, just trying to protect the inside there.
Yeah, we've seen it all race long. You can kind of get there on the bottom, but to really have the run off, you got to flat foot it, and those things will get sideways, as we've seen Ryan Rose a few times. But yeah, definitely heated up those tires. He's falling back a little bit. We'll see if Scotty's going to pounce. It's been kind of laying in the weeds here, waiting for a moment.
Looking inside. He's going to try and make something. Oh, as the 78 nearly loses it there in the middle of the corner. What a save. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum down the front straight. That's going to bring Scotty right into it. Side by side at the stripe. Give it to Scotty. Scotty is fast, and he is trying to track down DeWeese for the lead.
I've been watching his line as the top 2 have been battling, and he's been consistently choosing the bottom, which helps save tires. So when these guys are crisscrossing over each other and choosing the high side, wearing out the stuff, as the 78 gets loose, the 80 on Scotty's been able to save his stuff, so he's got a lot cooler and a lot better tires than these front guys.
Yeah, and it's pretty obvious right now. You can see Scotty's just cool, calm, collected, thinking about what he's going to do, trying to run down our leader here. The battle box says he's going to pass in 10 laps. I think it's going to be a little bit sooner with the pace that he's showing right now.
Yeah, just now getting clear of that battle for second place. We'll see. I mean, you can see it right there. He gained in about 5 car lengths just in the middle of 1 and 2. It's definitely only a matter of time, but he's got to fend off Ryan Rose while he does it.
I mean, we've had such a clean race so far. I really hope we can keep it up. These guys have been so respectful all throughout the field. I mean, there hasn't been a lap that's gone by yet where we aren't side by side.
Yeah, we'll move back and keep an eye on that, or keep tabs on that battle back here. It looks like Robert Bripp's a little sideways, and Jacob Phillips has he's managed to get up a few spots here. He was 11th last time we saw him. He's up to 8th place now. Maybe saving those tires when he was further back and putting them to good use now.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it's the go time if you're going to do it. We're sitting here working lap 22 out of 50, almost to the halfway point. If you're going to get anything out of those tires, you need to start going now so you can get as far forward as you can before the pit cycle. That top line that he's running there, that's interesting. You really, I guess, I mean, if you're at go time, it is the fastest way. As Robert Broke's behind him there. Sideways trying to hold on to that car. That car is not behaving the way that Robert wants it right now.
Even though he's as loose as he is, he has passed the most amount of cars. He is up 4 positions from where he started this race. So choosing that high line, he's made it work and passed a lot of cars doing it.
Yep. Battles everywhere. Starting to get a little more strung out than we were, but that's kind of to be expected at a place like this. We have a car in the wall there in the back. Not sure who that was. Looks to be fine. But, you know, that's the risk you run here when you try to run that top to make time, is it's very easy to tag that wall, you know?
We have a car in pit road.
Oh, we do. Look at that. Scotty brings us to pit road a little before halfway. This is a bold call. He's going to get some great time made up here these first couple laps. But if he doesn't capitalize or if he burns his stuff up, he's going to be a sitting duck come the end.
He's not worried about fuel anymore. With this pit stop, he can make it. He's bringing people along with him.
Let's see. Brings it to the attention of the crew.
to see at least right side tires, and yeah, Rye Jones following in suit here. Yeah, it's going to be 4 tires from. Yeah, we're going to see where he pans out as he comes out.
Yep, Nathan Gentry in the pits as well back there. All right,
Scotty.
All eyes on Scotty here.
Just about a lap, but you're going to see some serious speed out of that 81 on those fresh tires.
Yep, he's going to be the car to watch from here for the next 5 laps. See what kind of pace he makes up. As he is digging out of the pits here. He's trying not to even lose the 1 lap. He's going to do it. He's going to fall behind, but it's not going to be long before he makes his way by that 8 car.
You can see it right on the bottom of the screen. The other cars that are coming in, opting to pit now. We see the 16 of Brandon Ayers and the number 1 of Nathan Gentry just now coming out of the pits. But yeah, those fresh tires are in full effect right now. Scotty Somzak already unlapping. Yes.
Yep, not even a lap later, and he's taking his lap back the hard way. He doesn't need no lucky dog. He doesn't need any gimmicks. He's just going to go up there and take it back and start running them down so that he can build that gap when everyone else pits. The 16, you guys seen how long that pit stop is down there? I have to wonder if something happened, if maybe he tagged the wall or something.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Well, let's see what's going on with Brandon Ayers. It looks like he has a black flag, potentially speeding in the pits.
Yep, that'll do it. That's going to take him out of contention from the spot that he was in. Just going to have to, it's just one of those mistakes. If you're going to make it in the preseason race. Don't make it when the season starts. You know, this is the perfect time to do it. You know, get used to getting back on pit road again. It sucks, you know, you take yourself out of contention tonight, but better now than next week.
Pit road is a busy place right now. We see Ryan Hickle and Robert Brooks coming down. We just saw, Jacob Phillips coming out. Oh, it looks like Jacob Phillips is getting a black flag as well. So we'll see number 56 come back
78 is bringing it to pit road right now. 78 is on pit road. From second place.
Looks like our leader, Braxton Deweese, comes down as well.
Yep. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm very curious to see where Scotty cycles out here. I'm assuming he's going to come out with the lead. I think it's pretty clear. It's just a matter of how big is that gap and how much is he keeping in the tank for later, you know? Is he holding on to his tires a little bit when he's unlapping himself, or is he just going for it right now and hoping that he gets far enough out there that they won't be able to run him back in? It's going to be very interesting to watch here.
Bold strategy, because he's going to be on those tires the longest out of anybody, so he's going to have to really stretch that tire set and try to outlast everybody else on newer tires.
Yep. It's going to be, there he goes, easily past the 8. Easily. That's going to be a very big gap. This might be a winning move, or it's going to be the move that costs him, you know? This is going to be very fun to watch, as he's got the better part of the straightaway between him and the 8 car.
Yeah, but will he have the tires to hang on to it? That's going to be the question. But definitely a huge lead. And hey, the ball is in his court, because now he can kind of maintain his tires, where Braxton has to get after it to try to gain back the lead.
And Braxton has to get through this 91 car who followed Scotty to pit road. That's another person that he's going to have to pass. That guy's not coming to pit road.
Yeah, Rye Jones kind of been pretty quiet here tonight, but yeah, this pit strategy could pay off for him. Right now, it's got him up into the assumed second position. Yeah. We did have our current race leaders, Chris Smith and Ellis Thomas, come down pit road that last lap. And I think just about everybody has come in, besides Zachary Mitchell, Paul Thomas, and Randy Gross, who are now the top 3 currently.
Yep, just working lap 30 here, 21 laps to go. Still all to play for here. We still haven't seen a yellow tonight, so there's always potential for that to cause some chaos. Who really knows, you know? That's the fun of the racing, isn't it?
What they could be doing, too, is running their fuel tank dry and pitting with about 10 laps to go and taking a shorter amount of fuel and possibly right side tires just to shorten up that time on pit road.
Yeah, that's another strategy option that these guys have to them. I mean, you got to do something. You know, they were a little further back than the lead, so they got to make some kind of a play here to try to make something happen. There's no points on the line. It's all for bragging rights tonight, so why not throw a Hail Mary and see if something sticks? As Deweese has gotten by Jones for provisional second back there, so let's keep that in mind as Mitchell brings it down to pit road. That's going to give the lead back to Scotty as soon as he works his way around the final corner. It seems to be working so far for Scotty. We'll see what the gap is once it all shakes out. It's going to be a fun.
Once Scotty passes the 23 in pit road, that should complete the fuel cycle. Everybody has stopped to pit for fuel.
Yep, that'll do it. Giving the lead back to Scotty, with Deweese trying to chase him down. What is our gap to the lead, I wonder, now that we've got no traffic in the way? It's going to be very fun to watch that gap. 2.8 seconds roughly. So yeah, let's see if Deweese can pull that down. Right now, BattleBox is saying that they've got similar enough pace that it's not going to happen. But I bet if he told Deweese, he'd tell you it's wrong.
Yeah, we can see it here. If I could figure out how to get this thing. Well, before it goes away, tell us in the chat, everybody watching, who do you think's going to win this thing? We got some tire strategy, some fuel strategy going on, and pick the winner. Tell us who's going to win in the chat, and tell us who you're rooting for too. Anybody, you got some some friends and family out here on the track. Tell us. We'll try to give them a little spotlight here before this race is over. But right now we see that gap is closing, and about halfway till the end of this race is when it's expected to happen.
It is closing rapid too. It was 2.8 seconds and it's down to 1.9, so he is catching him pretty quick.
Yeah, BattleBox is saying we've got 4 laps until a pass is ready. Man, this is going to be interesting to watch. You see that Deweese there running kind of that 3/4 of the way up line. It's really making him some speed down the straight. Scotty, you got to wonder if Scotty's holding anything back. Just trying to hold on to something so that once Deweese does get there, you can hold him off. I mean, 17 laps is a long time around this racetrack. That's 34 miles. That's going to be tough, but I'm sure he's going to give it all he's got.
Catching him is one thing, but passing him's another. If he's able to save his stuff up front and then keep rolling the top, knowing from experience, it is hard to beat the run on the top, on the bottom.
Yep, it's very hard to beat that momentum. That momentum is key around a place like this. Oh, but Scotty's working his way through some lap traffic. Is that Phillips there? He's trying to put a lap down? Yep, and that's exactly what Deweese wants to see. Deweese is saying, come on, hold him up just a little bit longer, and then let me go when we get to the straights. That's what he wants to see here.
Yep, an easy pass, but man, that 56 with that black flag definitely put him in bad position here. He had a pretty good run going there, got up into the top 10, but right now that's definitely going to maybe help Braxton, because now he's going to have a little bit of extra draft too, as he's trying to catch Scotty, as long as he can get by that 56 in a short order.
And if we look behind Braxton, we see that white, black, and red car. He was the guy that was leading earlier in the race, so we know he has speed. He is catching Scotty equally as fast as Braxton is, so we got to watch him as well.
Yeah, I think we're shaping up for a fantastic finish here. Michigan's a track that's very, very good for that type of thing, so if these three can all converge at the same point, it's going to be fireworks for us. Lap. Don't even see what lap it is. Sorry. Oh my gosh, the 56 tags the wall there right in front of Braxton. Nearly gets Braxton wrapped up in it. I hear Braxton chiming in on the radio talking about it being a little sketchy right there. So thank goodness nothing happened there. Keeps it green. That's what we want to see. I think we all want to see a very organic battle. As look at this. Look at how close the top three are right now.
Yeah, that pass is looming. Braxton Deweese within a second now, a half second. And I think in the next couple laps, we're going to see this battle for the lead take off yet again.
Yeah, and
pop up
Go ahead. You can see Braxton peeking to the inside, trying to get clean air on his nose as he goes to the outside now, just trying to find some air to get around him.
Yeah, you see, he can drive it in so much deeper than Scotty right now. As here comes the move. He's looking to the inside as they come to strike to take 12 laps to go. Side by side at the line. Braxton's going to try to ship it off into turn 1 and not let Rose get to him. And clear, new leader, Braxton DeWeese in the 8 car to the point with 12 laps to go at Michigan.
Yeah, you can see that car just about sideways making that pass, but well done from Braxton.
Rose. Ryan Rose looking to the inside of Scotty's now, seeing if he can take over that second spot and go after Braxton DeWeese. And it looks like he's going to do it relatively easily coming off of turn 4. Clear.
Now, Scotty's race isn't over. Just because he got passed doesn't mean it's over. Those two can get battling side by side and heat their stuff off. So as long as he stays close, he still has a chance.
Yeah, he's in the catbird seat right now if these two decide they want to get rough with each other. I'm not counting Scotty out yet, but man, it's going to be a tough battle out of him as we see Rose continue to try to track down DeWeese for the lead. This is just heating up fantastic back here.
Yeah, you can see on the left side of the screen, too. Yeah, that's I was about to allude to that, because you can see the fresh tires on the left side. The freshest in the top 5 is going to be Chris Smith and Ellis Thomas. They only have 11 laps on those tires, compared to 12 and 16 ahead of them. So
Evan, how much does 1 lap matter on these tires at this racetrack? Is this enough to bring Ellis and Thomas back into this?
1 lap, no, but it really depends on how hard they were on low air pressures. If they were really driving hard on them, you can damage the sidewalls, even like in real life when you hear them talking on the broadcast. So if they were respectful to their tires the first 2 laps and let them come up to temp, they should be all right. But seeing how fast this 28 is, I don't know.
I hate to step on you here. We've nearly got a battle for the lead here as Rose has tracked down DeWeese. They are very close to each other here. He peaked inside going down the backstretch last lap and took a slightly worse line into 3 and 4 and fell back a little bit. But look at him right here on the bumper of DeWeese, trying to close in. He's getting there. Look at the drive he's going to have off. He's closing that gap down the straight.
While that was going on, Chris Smith just passed Scotty for 3rd. So there's nobody in between those 3, and they've got equal tires now.
This is going to be very fun to watch. Look at this. DeWeese weaving, trying to break the toe, trying to do anything he can to keep Rose out of the draft. Rose following him to the inside for the lead with 8 laps to go. Side by side into 1 and 2. DeWeese running 3/4 of the way up with Rose right there on the bottom, trying to make something happen as they are side by side down the back stretch. It's right at his quarter panel. He's going to try to ship it off into turn 3 here, see if he can clear him so that he can have a chance to get away from Smith. But DeWeese giving him none of it as they make contact. So close. Oh my gosh, they are on each other, not giving each other an inch, and this is incredible to watch.
And Chris Smith is loving this, seeing this in his windshield, them racing side by side. That gap is shrinking, and it is shrinking fast.
Yep, this is exactly what Smith wants to see, as they are still side by side again through 1 and 2, halfway up the racetrack, splitting that seam, 1 on the bottom, 1 on the top. I don't know where to call this, you know. Still side by side going into turn 3. Rose on the bottom. He just needs something to go his way as he washes up the track a little bit, very nearly into the 8 car. There he goes, trying to make something happen. He's not quite there yet, but he's side drafting just a little bit there at the stripe. Rose gets a nose out going into turn 1. See if he can clear him, but DeWeese is holding strong on the outside. You can just carry that momentum so well and keep it right on the door of him, but I think Rose is inevitable here, but Smith is lurking. And Smith is going to be a factor in this finish with 6 laps to go.
Yeah, the battle that just will not die up front, but yes, absolutely helping Chris Smith. He is here. This is now a 3-car battle for the lead as we see the 78 blink out a little bit, but yeah, he's finally able to clear him, and yeah, it's going to push Braxton Weiss back to Chris Smith.
5 laps to go as Rose takes the lead, running that 3/4 lane up in turn 1 and 2. Rose trying to stick with him, and Chris Smith lurking. This is going to continue to change, I think. I don't think this is over yet, guys.
I'll tell you what, though, Scotty Sobczak has fallen off a little bit, but he's still up here hanging with these guys. These guys get to really racing at the end of this thing, and him and Ellis Thomas are going to be right here in the mix.
Yeah, you know, I think that's his hope right now, is he's hoping that Ellis Thomas right here isn't going to pass him, and they can just ride and try to stay with this pack right now, because if they get to battling, they're going to get too far ahead. Right now, what nobody wants to see is a yellow. Except for maybe Scotty. Scotty might want to see a yellow right now. I think that might give him a chance right now as Ellis looks to his inside, trying to take that 4th spot away. Nope, going to fall back in line for 3 and 4, try to build something down the front stretch. Battle for the lead, continuing to they just can't get away from each other, can they? 78 runs the bottom there, and look at the time that he made right there. That was a very impressive corner, but the 8 sticking with him here. And Smith... I don't know about you guys. I think Smith might have burnt his stuff up trying to catch him.
Yeah, and with them not racing side by side, it's going to be that much harder for him to catch him too. So since these guys are single file in front of him, he doesn't have that big wake.
Yeah, you know, and this is where DeWeese is just trying every line he can think of, trying to make time, trying to claw Ryan back in to see if he can try to make something else happen. But it's so difficult. You notice DeWeese is not taking the same line 2 laps in a row right now. He is just trying everything. Oh, look at that run he's getting. Rose got a little loose off the corner there. He's right there, man. It's gonna be tough, but I think he's gonna have one shot at it if he times it right.
Yeah, he's got just under 2 laps now. Time is running out.
Time is running out, but he's going to be there. He's side by side. We are side by side coming down the backstretch. Look at this battle here. He's there. He's with him almost. He's going to have to try something in 3 and 4 here. He's too close. I don't think you want to fall back off of him. Let's watch. Oh, they follow each other to the bottom. That's going to be harder for him to follow him there. He gets his nose below just a little bit as the lap car is going to come into play here. Not going to let Rose track up as high as he might want on exit. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. I think DeWeese might have one shot here into 3 and 4 if he can clear this lap car here. He does clear the lap car. To the bottom goes DeWeese. Rose running, trying to diamond the corner just a little bit, trying to take the air off of the 8's nose. And he did a pretty good job there. This is going to be tough for DeWeese from here. I think Rose might be close, but he might go for one of those video game moves here. Dips it off into 3 for the final time, following in the tire tracks. I don't think he's going to get there. No, runs off the exit, slideways off the corner, very nearly loses it. Gonna give the win to Ryan J. Rose in the Slingshot Grand National Series preseason race. Congratulations to Ryan Rose.
What a race right down to the finish there. We saw the 8 completely sideways, but Ryan Rose is going to hold on. He's going to win that preseason clash. Great race, caution-free. We saw all kinds of action all over the place. And, yeah, I mean, 12 of the 16 cars finishing on the lead lap. Definitely a solid run from everybody. We still have some battles going on, I think. We do. A big battle back here for 11th place. We got Randy Gross and Nathan Gentry.
And look at that. That just speaks to the level of competition that you get here with Slingshot. These guys are still side by side, coming to the checkered for 11th, as Rose is already doing burnouts. These guys don't want to give up a spot. And it's just the preseason, guys.
an incredible race and a great win from Ryan Rose. We're going to step away for just a moment to hear from our partners at Whiplash SimCams. Be right back on the other end for our top 3 interviews. All right, back here live, and we have gotten caught up with the top 3 finishers here tonight. Chris Smith coming home 3rd place, an incredible race, man. What more did you need at the end there? You had a little bit of a tire advantage and just a little bit short right at the end.
Yeah, we kind of went a little bit longer than some of those other guys, and was kind of come up through there pretty nice. I thought that we were going to be able to get to them. And we did get fairly close to them right there, but right about the time that I think it was when Ryan cleared Braxton, I had no more right rear to lean on. It was I short filled on that pit stop, and cars were really loose on that first stint with a full fuel load, and they were a lot quicker, a lot more manageable right there in that second stint if you just short filled it. So did that, but that advantage kind of went away by about the time that I got to those guys. So, yeah, that's about as good as we probably deserved to finish tonight. I spent probably the first half of the race trying to figure out how to drive this thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, you did a good job of figuring it out. And yeah, just a little bit more tire at the end there, you could have been up in the mix, or if they would have kept racing side by side as they were. But it was still a lot of fun to watch, a lot of different strategies and stuff like that. Man, it really makes you wonder just what the season is going to be like, and which tracks are you looking forward to? I know we start out at Daytona, but definitely a diverse schedule coming up.
Yeah, it is. It's a very diverse schedule, and there's a few tracks that I'm looking forward to a little bit more than some other ones out there. I really like racing at New Hampshire, so yeah, I think that's about the 3rd or 4th race on the season. So. That's the one I'm probably looking forward to the most. I feel like these cars put on a really good show at Auto Club. I know that's on the schedule as well, so that's always fun. COTA, that's gonna be a that's gonna be a tough one for me, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really happy with the schedule. I think it's a good, like you said, a good diverse mix of tracks. So can't wait to get out there and see how these things drive on. It's been a minute since I drove these things, so. For a full season, that is. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's bound to be fun, and we can't wait to get after it. Maybe we'll see you up here next week at Daytona if I don't blow my motor pushing you again.
Appreciate that. I think the roles need to be reversed this time, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to ask you to, though. But before we let you go, celebrate your podium finish with the team. The floor is yours for any sponsor shout-outs, friends, family at home, teammates, have at it.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to everybody at Slingshot TV for all their hard work. This is kind of the beginning of a good little stretch right here where we're gonna have 3 nights out of the week broadcasting leagues, Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. Aaron Smith doing our videos every single week. It's a very, very, very busy time of year, very exciting time of year though, for sure, for the channel. So shout out to you guys for broadcasting tonight. Appreciate Evan and James being up here in the booth right here with you, Johnny. That's really awesome. Can't wait to go back and listen to it. my teammates, Ellis, Paul, Steve, for hanging in there with us tonight and just keeping it fun in the chat. All the league sponsors, league admins, for everything. My family, if they're watching at home. And everybody for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Well, right on. We appreciate the kind words. And go celebrate with the team. Hopefully we get to see you up here next week. And that was tonight's third place finisher, Chris Smith.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
All right. So, I'm not sure which one of you want to take it, but up next is going to be second place finisher, Braxton DeWeese. He led quite a lot of this race and coming up short just a little bit. So I'll let one of you guys take it.
Hey, Braxton's the guys in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
You and the 78 were battling pretty hard the last couple laps of that run. What more did you need to come out on top?
Short fuel. That's what I needed to do. Was talking to Ryan there. He had auto fuel on and short fueled it. I feel like had I done that, I don't want to take none away from him, but I feel like I would have pulled away and there really wouldn't have been much of a battle because I would have been able to put the power down like he was. I know he was about like 0.8 back after them pit stops, and he was able to gain all that back. And with how loose the setup is, short fueling, or how loose the setup can be just in general at any race, short fueling can definitely help you, whether you short fuel enough or too much. If you do too much, then it's just going to plow a little bit. You're not really going to be able to do much, but just getting enough to be able to go to the finish there is probably going to be perfect, and I think that's what the auto fuel did. And I usually turn the auto fuel off and try to mess with the fuel a little bit, and this time it was a mistake, but nonetheless, it's still nice to be able to get second both the preseason showdowns, and hopefully it's going to be some good consistency throughout the year is exactly what we need. Hopefully our shifter is fine, which I cleaned that sucker out, and it's working just fine with all the restarts and starts that we've done. Granted, we didn't have no restarts, but just in other leagues I race so much, it's been doing just fine. Hopefully the computer hangs in there. That's what I'm going to be worrying about the most, but if we can do what we need to do, then have everything else work out, I think we're going to have a pretty good season.
What tracks are you looking forward to running this season?
All of them.
Not a short track ringer or road course ringer? You just appreciate all of them?
I just look forward to trying to get better at all of them no matter what. I like the short track stuff just because I'm doing that now, and that's pretty much the closest stuff around me, but I look forward to all of it because they're all points paying events, and that go towards a championship, and I want to get a championship. I got the prelim series one, but I want to get a main one this year, so that's definitely the goal.
Who do you think are going to be your main competition for that championship this season? A lot of fast guys here.
We've seen Ryan was doing pretty good there. Chris is always a competitor. Ellis has been getting better. Scotty's going to be up there. I know Josh is in the league as well. There's multiple names I can keep going on. There's going to be a good amount. What name that usually runs in the back is going to pop up and be running more in the front this season? That could potentially happen. I know I was talking to Ryan. He was like, hopefully I don't suck too much in this season. And I was like, well, you were pretty good here. So if he can consistently be up here, then I think that'd be pretty good because I know he's usually in some trouble sometimes. I raced with him in a prelim series, the super late models. I raced him for a win, and he finished back there a couple times. So it'd be cool to see him up there. It'd be cool to see some other names getting up there. You wouldn't think it'd be, I feel like I run up front majority of the time in the top 10, top 5, which is great to have. But it's also nice to have some other people that you don't really race around and you see improving in any of the leagues you run. So hopefully we can have some of that. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, congrats on the second place. Before we let you go, any shout outs you'd like to make?
Yeah, for sure. First race with the 3 Dips Ice Cream Shop paint scheme that Evan made for me. He's also got me a Happy Hippie Karaoke late model stock I'm going to be debuting next week. So I'm looking forward to that, but nonetheless, we've already had a pretty solid run with it. Hopefully we can keep that up. 3 Dips just opened back up after their Christmas and New Year's Eve break, so I need to go get me a Berg Blast there, but they got multiple flavors. If you're ever in the Dayton area, come down to Miamisburg and try them out. They're really good. But also a shout out to Interstate Ford, Happy Karaoke, Steak Time, Allen's Arts Images. It's their 10th anniversary of being in business, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to Randy and Kelly. Also Dewey's Renovations, Elevated TV, Paid Leave, Wood Nickel Band, Ghost Train, Short Track Reports, Commentators Media, Evan Pineda Designs. Like usual, he's pretty much the only one that does my paint schemes, but I talked to Jacob and I need to get some paint schemes from him. I've been seeing some paints he's been doing, so hopefully we can get some made from him. But also shout out from Our Pizza House in Winchester, Indiana for helping sponsor the Roadster Series. I think I said something Monday about the Roadsters, but I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm ready to get back out there and learn more about the car and just see the changes that we made over the off season, how it improves or not improve, but I think it'll improve for sure. So looking forward to it, and hopefully we can battle for wins not only on the sim but in real life next year, or this year I should say.
Thank you for your time. Congrats on second.
I appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
All right, and now we're going to bring in our race winner, Ryan Rose. Ryan, it's James up in the booth. Tell us about that win, man. How are you feeling, first and foremost?
Oh, I mean, just impressed with myself. I didn't think I'd actually be able to do it after I lost it. But yeah, I completely screwed up pit road and sped through, or not sped through, but slid through my pit box. So that did not help at all. But I guess taking low fuel at the end there was the right call.
Yeah, so I want to have you walk me through this a little bit. You start on pole, you lead at the beginning, and then you get passed, and then you have the little pit road fumble. What's going through your mind when your crew finally gets your car jacked up to start changing your tires, and you can just think in your mind about the time that you're losing? What's going through your head?
I mean, I just was like, well, there goes my shot, I guess. But you never give up, and yeah, just never ever give up. You never know what's gonna happen. So, yeah.
Yeah, car looked like it was on rails tonight. How does this help you build momentum for the coming season here?
Hopefully it gives me enough motivation to run the whole thing. I really haven't done a full season in this league ever. So, yeah.
Well, it was certainly fun to watch out there. I mean, you guys were running every single lane you could think of. Great battles with everybody out there. It seemed like you guys just couldn't get away from each other tonight. What do you think about your competitors and the caliber of drivers that you were up against tonight?
Oh, they're. I think honestly, some of them are a lot better than me. But like Braxton's a lot better than I am. But I think yeah, it's a very high caliber league, and it's nice to actually be able to test myself in these cars and kind of see like how good I actually am. So yeah.
Yeah, it was certainly very entertaining to watch. You guys put on one heck of a show for us tonight. You guys were everywhere. That was very, very entertaining to watch. So you alluded to potentially not running the full schedule. We really hope you do. I mean, we've got some great tracks. What are you looking forward to, you think, for this season? Some places you think you could really excel at?
Oh man, Richmond is a really fun track. I just raced there and won there this Saturday in another league, and really liked that and how again loose that car is. I really like loose racetracks. So Vegas now is a pretty fun track. I don't think this place is on the schedule, but I think if Homestead's on there, I really love that place. So yeah.
Well, anyone you want to shout out? Sponsors, friends, family? Who makes it happen for you?
Oh, just my mom, my dad, my grandpa, Brett's Electric. They're on the car, and they help me out a lot in real life. And Johnny for painting this car. Thank you. But yeah, that's about it.
Well, we thank you so much for being here tonight. What a great run, man. You really made it entertaining for us. Thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for having a moment to talk to us about that race. And we look forward to hopefully seeing you a few more times up here this season. You were definitely, you set the bar high for everybody for the entertainment value and the skill level. That was a fantastic drive.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for our post-race interviews. Yeah, an incredible job from Ryan Rose and everybody here tonight. That was really fun race to watch. We're going to move on to our results, which we just talked to the top three. Ryan Rose winning the preseason clash, Braxton Dweese coming home second place, and Chris Smith in third. Scotty Sobczak was able to hold on to a top five after that alternate pit strategy, and Ellis Thomas coming home in fifth.
Ryan Hinkle in sixth in that 21 machine. Robert Brooks moving up a good little bit from his starting position, brings it home seventh. Zachary Mitchell in the 23 brings it home eighth, followed by Scott Drost and Paul Thomas rounding out the top 10.
And starting with 11th, we have Randy Gross, and then 12th, Nathan Gentry. Talked to him in the beginning, bet he was hoping for a little better run, but top 15's nothing to be disappointed with. 13th, we got the 60th Steve Vest, 14th, Jacob Phillips, 15th, Brandon Ayers, and then finishing in 16th, Rye Jones.
Yeah, unfortunate night for Ryan. I know that pit strategy didn't quite work out. Not sure if something happened to him after that, but yeah, either way, he's normally a good contender here. Have to see him up front during this season. And yeah, speaking of this season, we're going to talk a little bit more about what we have coming up, because yeah, next week at Daytona, here is our Grand National Series schedule. Yeah, Daytona, Las Vegas, New Hampshire, we heard people talk about all three of those, and Richmond. Auto Club's going to be fun. The one road course of the season at Coda, it will be the Short Coda. That'll be an interesting race to watch. Then another plate track at Talladega, Rockingham, Bristol, and rounding everything off at Chicago. Then Thursday night, Evan, I think you could speak more on this, but it's the NSRLA Downtown Auto Sales National Series. It looks like, what date are we on?
Yeah, we're going to be at the Milwaukee Mile. So we just came from Charlotte, where everybody got spanked by Chris Smith. So him and I swapped duties today. He was driving, I was commentating, and I promise I'm a better driver than I am commentator. So tune in tomorrow. I'm sure they will do a great job like always, and yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, can't wait for that. Always fun to watch, and yeah, it's a great little league, and glad to have them on Slingshot TV. We also have the Monday night late model series that you'll see starting off next week. But yeah, that's our broadcast schedule here. And yeah, before we wrap everything up, any final thoughts from you two?
You know, it was a great preview of what's to come. These Grand National cars are fantastic everywhere they go, and the caliber of driver here is just going to continue to put on great race after great race after great race. It's going to be a great season ahead, and there is no reason for y'all at home not to tune in, because I guarantee you it's going to be fantastic racing week in, week out, and you're never going to know who's going to win.
Yeah, and looking at the schedule, it's not a long schedule, so every race is important, so it just adds to the anticipation for each one. So I'm expecting a lot of exciting racing ahead.
Absolutely, it's going to be a blast. I do want to thank you two for coming in and joining me in the booth, and yeah, we're ready to sign off. Thank you to everybody that tuned in, watching, everybody that supports the league and the channel. And for Evan Chaddick and James Moore, this is Johnny Rapp in the Slingshot TV booth. We will see you next week.